Let's see, I need to turn on a light here, a little extra light for J-Snip, or is this not very good? We'll see. Breaking effing news! Veritaseum is now selling for $62 to $65 per coin or token. I bought in at $6. Someone else emailed me a few days ago. Hey man, I got in at $2. So I'm thinking of his profits right now. But I'm not real upset that I got in at $6 and they're selling for $62 to $65 right now. I'm going to put a link up in the very first top part of this description box on this video to the exchange that has them listed. It's a deregulated whatever exchange, not official I guess, but it's the only one that had them from day one, and it's the only place you can get, from what I've learned recently, any Veritaseum now before they actually technically go public. And well, I say public, what I mean by that is on an official exchange, you know, Bitrex, Coinbase, which I don't think it'll be on Coinbase, Kraken, Poloniex, or whatever, however you pronounce that one, I never can get that right. Two of the major exchanges, Poloniex and Kraken, let's say, and we don't know who's going to try to grab it first or put it on there. We don't know. But it can be had on this one particular GitHub exchange. It's the same one I showed you the other day when there were basically 3 transactions only, and it was showing that it was 10 to 1 with Ethereum at that time. And by that time, Ethereum was pushing $224, $25, somewhere around there. 10 divided by 10 would equal $24, $25 per coin or per token of Veritaseum, because if it's 10 to 1 with Ethereum being 225, let's say, would mean $22.50, if you will, for Veritaseum. Today, considering that Ethereum is at 255, 260, 10 to 1 would be $26 even, but it's not. The 10 to 1 has now become like 4 to 1 and moving around slightly. I'm seeing $65, between $62 to $65. I just saw several trades. There's a whole page full of trades now on there, not just 3. And I remember someone giving me crap, oh, there's only 3 trades on there, man, there's only 3 trades, that's nothing. Sorry about your luck, whoever the hell that was. It was meaningless anyways. It still showed that somebody paid 10 to 1 because they wanted it bad enough. And they wanted it so bad that they paid 10 to 1 instead of way 33 to 1, which is what it was previously. I think around like when the time I got in. Some people were still saying, you know what, the hell with this, I'm going in anyways. 10 to 1, no problem, I'm paying for it. It's now 4 to 1. They just made out like a bandit. Those of us who got in at 33 to 1, we made out like, I don't even know what, like criminal banksters, if you will. And the ones who got in at $2, oh, these guys are the Rockefellers and Rothschilds of the crypto world, if you know what I mean. I'm making that up. I cannot believe what I just saw. And I'm calculating in my head, how many of those Veritaseum did I buy again? And I do share some of that with the guy that I did we mined some Bitcoins like 2 years ago. And instead, we should have really put the money into Bitcoins and just sat on it. But we, you know, lesson learned. We didn't know. We were trying to mine them. We did. We mined a few. As in like 2.5 or 2 or something like that. And I ended up putting in my additional Bitcoin in there for both of us. Whatever, it's 3 Bitcoins. We share them. And he and I talked the other day and said, man, we ought to put some of that in there. And then we decided, you know what? F it. Let's put a bunch, you know, let's just go in with it. But I think we saved some of the Bitcoin to do in this little trading program I told you about. I can't even remember. I have to go look at my notes for myself, my email, to see exactly what I did with his and my money. So that was already there. It's been that way for 2-3 weeks, you know, 3 weeks now, or whatever it's been. You know, it was the end of, it was around May 20th, I think, when I got in with him, and we did that. And then I ended up buying my own, I think, right before that, so I have some of my own. But nonetheless, I've got to split some with the guy, and I'm happy to do so. and I've got my own, which of course are all mine, still just as happy. The amount of money that we just made, just he and I, and not even including, because I don't think we put all the Bitcoin into Veritaseum. I don't remember. I got to look at my notes. Maybe we did. I almost feel like we put half of what we had, so 1.5 Bitcoins in the Veritaseum, and then 1.5 in my little trading program that I have access to as a beta. I don't remember. Nonetheless, even if it's 1.5 Bitcoins that we put in there at $6 a piece, he and I, because he gave me basically $5,000 to buy a bunch of equipment, a bunch of video cards, 2 motherboards, processors, all that stuff, to mine Bitcoins like 2 years ago. Maybe it's 3 years, almost, well, no, it was about 2 to 3 years ago. And I did it, and I was running it, and the next thing you know, it lasted a few months, and then it became, okay, well, the electric bill now says it's not even worth mining the coins anymore. That was back then, of course, and the hash has gotten so hard to crack, it's pointless. Let's sell off the rest of the stuff. I think maybe he had, I was able to sell everything off at, a loss, of course, computer equipment, but we still had mined at least 2-point-something Bitcoins, yada, yada, yada. And just taking that, because again, I put mine in there in the mix. We had 3 total Bitcoins at the time. Taking half of that and putting it in the Veritaseum has more than paid for itself, unbelievably. More than $5,000, and let me tell you. Do the math. 1.5 Bitcoin about 3 weeks ago was around $2,000 something, right? So how many $6 Veritaseums could I have bought with that? But we're not talking about 1 Bitcoin, we're talking about 1.5 Bitcoin. So let's just round off and say $3,000 worth. How many 6s are in $3,000? Do the math. But again, I think we might have put more in there, but I have to go look at my notes. This is unbelievable. I now have a very good deposit to put down on a house if I need to. But again, I'm not going to do that. I am going to wait because I think we haven't seen anything yet with Veritaseum. I think when it finally hits one of the major exchanges, whether that's Bittrex, Polynix, Kraken, etc., I think you're going to see fireworks. I mean fireworks. And by that time, we may already be seeing Ethereum $300-400. It's already punching through 255, 260 like it's nothing. Again, I'm expecting a pullback here sometime. I mean, it has to. But Clueless Report also said, watch the month of June. There's going to be some major moves both up and down, but it's going to be like fireworks going off. And I think the party might be getting started around the 9th. What is not known is that there's going to be a pullback first and then a big jump. Or is it just simply jumping and sorry about your luck, see you later? Pretty much all cryptos. So he also said that in the not too distant future, Ethereum would be around $500 something. Remember that? 534 to 536, something like that. He's nailed all the price points in these damn cryptos with epic precision. Cliff High, his webbot. And I'm reporting on this on the front line, so to speak, for you. Because it's just incredible. He and I, and Bix included, we are all very happy about this. We're happy to tell our subscribers about this. We're hoping you guys are making money hand over fist like we are. It is beautiful. While I see the nonsense news with the stock market up today, the stock market fell 200 points today on news that, what was it, Santander, what was it, Banco Popular, bailed in, just got bailed in. The Spanish bank I was telling you about a few days ago, bailed in, just happened. Was purchased for like €1 per share, or maybe just €1, the whole deal. I don't even know what the hell I was reading. Purchased for $1 from another bank, like what? That's how bad their balance sheet is? I mean, I don't know. Anyways, let them have that crap. Play with your paper nonsense, bonds and stocks and shares and bail it. I am crypto rich, bitch. Not necessarily. I'm not that wealthy. In all honesty. So, I guess my automatic lights just kicked in. So, anyways, I mean, my automatic light, they kicked off, not kill the battery. No, I'm not rich. I don't have that many cryptos. But I just made a small effing fortune for sure. A small fortune for sure, not even including the amount of money that I have in cryptos, as in Ethereum and Bitcoin, sitting on the side. Some of it's just sitting there, and the other some of it is sitting in that trading platform I told you. It just runs by itself and trades for you like all day long. And it's a little 1% gain, 4% gain. I saw an 8% gain the other day, but it's real tiny, tiny amounts being traded. Again, I'm not at liberty to tell what it is yet. It's in beta testing right now. It's not mine. I have nothing to do with it, but I'm using it. And the theory here is that all these little minuscule trades every single day, multiple hours throughout the day. I counted the last 10 hours over 100 trades, but they're very small amounts. And it's trading Ethereum or whatever the hell I tell it to trade through Bitcoin. Use Bitcoin to sell Ethereum, Dash, this one, that one. You know, you get to pick. And I picked 4, I think. No, I picked 5. That's totally it's trading on. So there's 20% spread, 20, 20, 20, 20%. And the theory is that over a period of, say, weeks or a month, I want to increase my Bitcoin total holdings. So every time it makes a trade, it's not trading it in US dollars or any dollars. It's trading it as if Bitcoin was the main funding source of, you know, money, if you will. So if I put in 4 Bitcoin to play with, and at the end of the month, I'd really like to say, hey, I just earned an extra Bitcoin. I now own 5 Bitcoin, thanks to this thing trading for me every day. And it's 5 Bitcoin at whatever today's price is, right? So it's better than letting my Bitcoin sit on the side, even though sitting on the side is doing fantastic. Same with Ethereum. They're doing great sitting on the side. People are making money hand over fist sitting on the side. But I said I don't want to put all my eggs in that basket. I'll take maybe half of my Bitcoin holdings and throw them over there and let this thing just build. So at the end of a month, if I can get a Bitcoin extra, and I don't know what it's going to be yet until I find out at the end of the month, I won't know. But if it ends up being a full Bitcoin, and then I wait another month, 60 days, right, total, and I just made another Bitcoin. I took 4 Bitcoins and turned them into 6 in 2 months, and the prices are skyrocketing the whole freaking time? Whoa. In 3 months, I'll have 3 more, you know, I don't know the numbers yet, but I'm telling you now, I'm pretty tempted to dump a bunch more Bitcoin into this little trading platform just for the hell of it. Because the more you put in there, the more it's going to make you, even though it's making these little sliver of trades. It's going to be more of the little sliver of trades, right? If you had to earn interest, let's say, because that's kind of how you could look at this, as almost like daily, multiple times daily compounding interest at 1%, let's say. Oh, big deal, 1%. But it's every trade 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, 5%, 8%, 1%, 1%. It's like that. But they're, you know, $2 trade, 75-cent trade. But again, hundreds happening potentially in a day. So at the end of the month, we want to see that compounding. If the day comes where this guy who runs this thing says, yeah, it's out of beta mode, we can handle a whole bunch more people, I'm probably going to come out here and open the floodgates for him. And I want him to be well aware, when JSnip4 does the video, there's probably going to be a lot of people who want to dump some Bitcoin right over there. All you have to do is have Bitcoin in your possession, in a wallet or whatever, etc., and then move those Bitcoin right into the wallet on the trading platform. And then you set up another website, which is the actual trading platform, because you got to put your Bitcoin over in Bittrex, that exchange. You also have to buy some other coin specifically to make this work. It's a cheap coin, and then it works. Then you set up the trading account and tell it, I want this one, this one, this one, this one to play with. And you can change it throughout the day, but it does take an hour to kind of flush those trades out or whatever it needs to do. Not that it matters. Once you kind of pick, you just kind of let it go back on autopilot. So that's my plan. I want to share this with you because that's the kind of guy I am. I want to make everybody happy. I want to make you guys making money hand over fist. But I can't tell you what the platform is yet. Not yet. But when I can, I will. Not to be too upset. You're going to be making money hand over fist, just holding on to Bitcoin and Ethereum and doing nothing else. If you were one of the people who got into Veritaseum, or Veritaseum, I think is how it really needs to be said. I keep calling it Veritaseum. It's Veritaseum, I think. Like Veritas, Veritaseum. You're going to be so happy. Somebody just sent me, let me just tell you, JSnip4, you just received the donation from PayPal. $300? Thanks for the Veritaseum profits. Whoever the hell that was, not a problem, my pleasure. My effing pleasure. Thank you so much. Gotta go upload this video right away. Take care.